All right, hello, sixth grade. Welcome to part one of 3 of notes that we have been currently working on here recently within the last week. If you missed school on either Tuesday or Wednesday, we began the process of talking about how to actually think like a scientist. So the goal here was to recognize and understand that you're already doing this. Okay, you think like a scientist all the time without even realizing that you're actually doing it. Anytime you are curious or creative or honest, you are showing characteristics of being a good scientist. So, first off, we have curiosity. So, curiosity helps us make new observations and helps us make new questions on how to just make things better in our lives. You can see this with the progression of TVs, cell phones, the fact that we have cars now, that those cars have become electric, and some of those cars are even self-driving or can auto-adjust. All that couples with creativity and trying to come up with new ways to solve problems. Now, our focus specifically was about being open-minded and skeptical. The way the world is and the way the world's going to continue to be, it's going to get harder and harder to try to decipher what's real and what's fake. So being open-minded in what you see, both online and in the real world, but also having a little bit of skepticism, a little bit of doubt, will help you not only realize what's real and what's fake, but also help you kind of question those things as well. And hopefully, understand what you're looking at when you see it. Now, later on, when we get into lesson 3, we'll talk a little bit more about biases. There's 3 different types, but for right now, you don't need to know any of those types. Honesty, I figure, is pretty straightforward. That's just being honest in your findings and being truthful in anything that you report in regards to a scientific experiment. And then ethics are pretty much just your morals, making sure you know the difference between right and wrong. So, at this point, if you weren't in class on Tuesday or Thursday, we went into classroom and we worked on our hoaxes assignment. So, if you weren't here, this is where you can find it on Classroom. You'll click on the link here for hoaxes, click on a Google Doc here, and when the Google Doc opens, it will make one specifically for you. You need to pick one of the 20 different scientific hoaxes that you see listed here. Once you pick one, you will highlight it like this. Any color will do. And then you will drop down below here and answer these questions. Make sure you follow the directions here and change the color of your font. And also make sure you include at least one source. As it says there, no source, no grade. So I'd like to know where you found your information. As always, make sure you pick up any work that you missed in the absent folder, and then you can see me if you have any questions.